Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. The first thing we're gonna talk about today, guys, is an update from Nick Walker, in which it seems like he actually might be competing soon. So he made this post, an album of a couple of his photos, 4 shots to be precise, and he says, "Let's try this again." Weight is holding at 276 to 77, training for 4 days a week, 1 hour of treadmill in the morning, light walk. Diet has not changed, since training performance, sleep and recovery, and hunger are all in great spot and increasing. So why am I saying he might be competing or prepping right now? I'm saying that because of the first sentence he says in this post. He says, "Let's try this again." What is he trying again? Let's try to do an off-season again? I don't know. I don't think that's it. It sounds like he's talking about a prep, a bodybuilding prep, because his conditioning right here, guys, is basically 2 weeks out. If anybody, if any open Olympian, including the likes of Derek Lunsford, Harif Chopin, Samson Dauda, Andrew Jacked, were disconditioned, especially from behind, at 2 weeks out, I am sure they would be really happy with the look. I don't know if this is Nick's standard, but for 2 weeks out, this would be fine. This would be pretty freaking good. And guys, his weight currently is almost 280, and I'm assuming this is his morning weight without the clothes or anything. This is the weight for your coach, for your check-in, right? When you see him in the gym, he is not 276, 277. He's actually more like 280, 282, maybe even. So he is absolutely enormous, and conditioning is freaking amazing. The glutes are shredded, the hamstrings are all dug out, the lower back is not holding a lot of fat or water. He is very, very lean and very dry, guys, and he is in his off-season. I don't know, man. He also says he's doing an hour of cardio every day. Yeah, it's just a light walk, but still an hour of cardio every day. I don't know if that sounds like he's in the off-season. Maybe it is his own off-season setting. I don't know, but I'm not sure, guys. My best guess was after the Arnold Classic, actually, that he's going to actually do the Pittsburgh and the New York. He never said that. He actually said that he's not doing those. He never admitted that. He never actually announced that. But I feel like he actually might be jumping in still, because he absolutely can, guys. He absolutely can. I mean, he doesn't have to suffer or anything. He just needs to do basically a peak week. Maybe like 1 week of a little bit lower food and a peak week, and that's it. That's it. He would be as good as he was at the Arnold Classic, because he didn't lose any hardness, man. I have no idea what he's doing gear-wise, but he didn't go off, let me tell you that much. I know a lot of those hardcore bodybuilders who, not just that they don't go off after the show, but they actually keep taking all those harsh compounds that they take before the stage, because they just love how much they progress if they stay lean and still take all the drugs and just keep increasing the food. And yeah, you can make a ton of progress doing that, but it's not healthy. Does Nick care about that? I do not think so. So I think that's exactly what he's doing. And because of that, he can definitely jump into a short prep for the Pittsburgh and New York and absolutely dominate those 2 shows, and then take it easy and go into his Mr. Olympia prep. Now, I don't know if he has a coach at this point, if Guy Sternino is still coaching him in the off-season, but I saw something very interesting on Fuad's podcast. Fuad basically says to Guy, now that you are a professional coach, give me your opinion on this and that, and Guy didn't even laugh, didn't even smile or smirk or anything. He actually took that.
Guy, what's your theory on this? You're a professional coach now.
I do it
Well, I don't eat until
I'm not
3.
talking about you. I'm talking about
So I'm saying,
if you were coaching somebody.
to be optimal, you have to have it periodically throughout the day because you're also not taking into consideration cardio training, caloric burn deficit versus the calories you're intaking. So I'm somebody, and I'm not a science guy.
Nothing you said to me makes sense just there. Tell me.
What kind of a professional coach is Guys Danino? The only pro he has is Nick Walker, but he's trying really hard to defend himself, to actually stay clear of saying that he's Nick's actual coach. But in this situation, he takes it. So, yeah, you guys know what exactly all this means, as I was saying it before, but I thought this was funny, and also it was funny when the guy actually gives Fuad the answer, and Fuad is like, I have no idea what you just said, because he lost me as well. I mean, I don't know how much guy actually knows to explain things, but what he did with Nick was phenomenal. I don't know if it would work with any other bodybuilder, but when it comes to Nick Walker, it was perfect. They were a perfect click. Now, again, I don't know if Nick is really prepping or he's just kind of trying to make it seem like he might be. In the comments, people are still speculating and saying that he's actually going to be doing those 2 shows. And in my opinion, guys, if he ends up doing both Pittsburgh and New York, he is winning, no doubt about it. Krijo cannot beat this. And again, this condition at this size, at 280, guys, 280 at a height of what, maybe 5'7". This is insane. This is incredible. This is crazy. And if he wins one of those 2 shows, qualifies for the Mr. Olympia, learns how to control the midsection, he can win the Mr. Olympia, guys, this year. That's the way I see it. Whatever you think, tell me down below. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is this guy right here, this classic guy, or is he still that? I don't think Josema is staying in freaking classic because look at this, man. Look at this. Does this look like a freaking classic guy to you? Come on. Hell no. No chance. This is definitely not a classic bodybuilder's body. No way, man. No way. His face screams open division as well. He got so huge that his face deformed, basically. And look at the graininess and the muscularity in the shoulders. This is definitely not looking like a, classic aesthetic bodybuilder. No. This is most certainly open. Only he's not willing to give that away just yet.
I don't know.
We really don't know.
Diré que comienza la preparación 2 semanas y ya yo tiro.
Okay, in 2 weeks he's starting his prep, so it depends on how the body responds. Yeah.
So we might see Josema in the Open this year?
¿Es posible entonces que veamos a Josema en Open este año?
No sé.
We really don't know, for sure. We really don't know.
He keeps saying that he doesn't know. He doesn't know. But we know. We know. Look at this. Does this look like a classic guy again? Hell no. The thing is, guys, Josema is a phenomenal classic bodybuilder. He's able to make the classic weight and still look freaking huge and shredded. He has that graininess, that hardness, and he looks phenomenal. But he misses one thing, and that's his quads. He doesn't have any quad sweep. And that's why he can never progress to his full potential in classic. He needs that open division, that no weight limit in the division, so he can actually grow all the muscle he needs to grow to make his physique complete. And in the open, that just might happen. He will never have crazy sweeps, dominant legs from the front. That's never going to happen, never. Johnny Jackson never did it, so no, Josema will not be able to do that. He does have big legs, but to have crazy sweeps and good shape to the legs, that's not happening because he just doesn't have the structure for that. But if he grows them, he gets them to be pretty big, they can look overall good. and with his size and conditioning, he can be a phenomenal open bodybuilder. And he was also asked whether he's doing the Pittsburgh or guest posing at it.
Are you going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guest posing?
yeah, finally.
Is that announced? Is he guest posing at Pittsburgh? Yeah. Okay.
See you in 4 weeks.
4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah.
So yeah, he will be there. He'll probably be guest posing, but who knows, man? He's just starting his prep, and I don't know what is he starting the prep for. If he's gonna do a classic show, I have zero belief that that's gonna happen. I don't know what his plan is. He's obviously hiding it away from us, but it's a pretty good guess, in my opinion, that he actually might just jump into the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro in the open class, if he likes what he sees at that point. If not, we're going to see him doing the guest posing with Andrew Jack, with Samson Dauda, with Derek Lunsford. You know, if we see him against the very best in the world in the off-season, we might get a pretty good idea of what he would be as an open bodybuilder. And I think that would be a good test for him before he actually does a show. But even without that, I know this guy is going to make a hell of an open bodybuilder with his graininess, with his structure, with his size. I think it's time, man. I think it's time. I think he reached his full potential in Classic, fourth in the world. It's not going to get better than that. He cannot make any more progress. It's only his structure that is holding him back. And if he doesn't have the weight cap, he can flourish in the open. He is not ready to admit that to us, to tell us that, or to even make the decision for a final decision. But he's doing it, man. Trust me. We'll see this guy in the open. I have no doubt about that. And we also got Urs Kalecinski's explanation on why he's actually skipping the Mr. Olympia 2026. Now, my best guess was that that his health wasn't great, because he did have some health problems. It didn't seem like it was like some really bad health problems, like, I don't know, his kidneys failing or something like that. It seemed like he was having some gut issues, some stomach issues, but I thought it was probably worse than it seemed because he was taking a year off. However, in this video, he explains why exactly he's taking the year off.
100%. I talk to like champions like Phil Heath, like Marcus, my guys in my small circle around me. Also my coach Stefan, and he said to me like, hey, it's better to do 27 and come full force. So that's what we're aiming for, and I'm happy because I'm competing every year, twice a year, 2 seasons, since 10 years, and finally I got a whole full year to prepare for next year's Olympia. So you guys gonna see a crazy bear next year.
So it seems like he finally took the advice from all the other bodybuilders like Phil Heath, like Marcus Rule, and like Sean Ray, who's also there in the comments. Sounds familiar, like all those guys you mentioned ignored what I recommended last year. What do I know? Love you, bro. Carry on. Well, the thing is, Sean Ray did say that the Urs should take a year off, but he said that before he did a first Mr. Olympia, when he was 3 weeks out of the Mr. Olympia. Urs did a final, the last show of the year, that was Mr. Olympia qualifier. And he thought it would be a good idea to just test out the show, test out the stage, see how he stacks against the open guys, to take this opportunity to actually compete at Mr. Olympia, because 3 weeks in the off-season won't change much. And it was absolutely a logical approach, the only thing that made sense. But Sean Ray was like, no, take those 3 weeks and do the off-season. It's going to be better, long run. Made zero sense. But taking a full year off, not competing at a Mr. Olympia, not competing at a show, a qualifier show, that makes a lot of sense. That's definitely a great idea, because Urs was definitely not a huge guy in the open. Yes, he still managed to win 2 pro shows, to place in the top 12, I think, at a Mr. Olympia. That's still huge. That's a great achievement. But like, to be a top Olympian, You're comparing him to guys like Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, freaking Derek Lunsford, Andrew Jack. He needs a lot more size to be competitive against those guys. And, he needs a back. He doesn't have a back. He needs a back. I don't know if he'll ever have a back, but we won't know if he doesn't try. And try means taking a year off and actually doing a serious, long off season as an open bodybuilder. He needs that. He needs to put on more size. All the poses, really. The only body part that's good on him really is his legs. I would say his quads and his glutes. But his arms are small. His shoulders are small. His chest can be bigger. His back definitely needs a lot of work. Basically, he needs size everywhere. Even in the legs. The legs, too, can come up. So if he actually takes an off season, a full year for an off season, he can definitely come back bigger and better and actually do pretty well, decently well in the open. I don't have crazy, huge hopes for Urs in the open. I don't think he has like the Nick Walker potential or Andrew Jack potential. I don't see that, but to be a top 5, top 6 guys, if he's a little bit lucky, top 7 maybe, I can see that. But again, he needs more time to actually put on a lot more size. And that's the way I see it, guys. If you see it otherwise, you can tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.